For aggression from Vitality, trying to punish Kobe and Jonghoon, and Astralis turning it around. Now Perks is in so much trouble.
You can't see him during Ragnarok. It's too big of a festival. He cannot be stopped. One more swing of the axe, and that is going to be another kill. Finn getting the solo bolo, and Vitality, it was all going so well. What happened?
It's a party for the brawl off in the bot lane. Things are looking good for Astralis on top side, and just like that, Vitality again, this over-aggression that we see from them a hell of a lot, especially, unfortunately, from guys like Bo, where they overstep, they try to make too much, and here Kaiser tries to go all in. Bone plating doing work at the early stages, gives Jonghoon the opportunity to flash away, gets the heal 1-1-3. Great positioning with the ultimate as well to make sure that he's able to keep his team in check, and with both members down, 1-1-3 to follow up onto upset as Photon tries to save.
It's another 1-for-1 trade, so it's still 2-for-3 in favor. Never mind, 4-for-2 in favor of Astralis as Bo looks to try and maybe smite this one away. It's going to be difficult. Can he kick out 1-1-3? That's the question. Yes, he can. Now you can't go for this. Bo's on a mission. Bo takes down another, and Leader tries to clean it all up. It's scrappy, but Astralis will get their objective in the end.
That was hella messy on this bottom side of the map. Astralis, though, as you say, will manage to get themselves third dragon, but this from start to finish, it looked good for Vitality. You have Perks on the flank, but they end up engaging too early, thinking 1-1-3 is going to be in a good position. Great ultimate from Jonghoon, fantastic bubble as well to keep Bo in check. And even though Annie does end up getting access
coming in, that is Leader joining back on the play. It's going to be a complete flip, but Vitality have gone off it. They don't know which way they want to go. It comes in 124, and Bo secures it. That was definitely the weirdest smite fight I've seen. Annie and Draven go down, Bo as well, but they get the Baron, and Vitality just trying to make this game completely chaotic.
But 3 members of Vitality died. You can already see they're starting off with a negative Red Bull Baron power play. They try to make this work, but it's all over the place. Vitality's half of them are pulling back, half of them are going in. Bo's still on Baron, and Astralis are just waiting for those key ultimates to just barely come off cooldown at the right times. You can see Upset has to try and step away from the ultimates coming in, leaves Bo separated in Unity, and they've been doing a great job of causing him a ton of issues with the big one-line ultimates of the Maokai and the Nami.
And well, TP came in here as Perks looks to try and take out 1-1-3. They're going to bring him down fairly decently, but they haven't got the consistent damage, and then Nautilus is dead. There's a good ultimate onto the backside though, and 1-1-3 has gone down. They killed off the Lucian as well. The Cled's got 2. Leader goes golden, as you can see there's Finn trying to get more done on this backside. The Annie's been traded back. It's a 3-for-2 in favor of Vitality, a 4-for-2, and now the triple comes in. Finally, Vitality get themselves a fight, and they've been keeping this game so chaotic.
It has been a bonkers game, but Vitality find the pick, and now they still have the Baron buff there as well to make sure that they're able to push this one forward. Upset Photon going to focus on structures as Bo moves over to get that Ocean Dragon for themselves as well. This game is everything I could have wanted and more, Oshin.
It is just so much action all of the time. I feel bad for our poor observers trying to get some replays in, but we will see the mid lane turrets go down, and of course the Ocean Soul point here too.
Use the double TPs that they have in a side lane. Vitality immediately engage with Photon to make sure they're not getting any value. And now Astralis on the back foot. 3 men trying to step up against the worst part of Vitality to try and fight against.
Perks has flash and has ultimate looking for Kaba, and he finds him with no storms. Perks perfectly positioned to take down the AD carry of Astralis. Leader can do nothing. It's a double kill going over to the Annie. And Jonghoon is on the wrong side of the map. They're emoting, they're having a bit of fun because they know the inevitable is coming.
And as well, with a minute and a bit until this next dragon, it feels inevitable that Vitality are going to be able to pick up this soul. Vitality, it has been a brawl to get them here, but with 10 kills on towards both.
Photon trying to be aggressive here, but the Wave's in a pretty dire space for him right now, and if the Olaf can get a couple more axes down, might see it. The jungler's already moving into each other as well. Top lane going to see a flash burn there by Finn as the jungler's going into 1v1 as well. It's Xin Zhao versus Lee Sin. There's going to be a little bit more damage. Flash for flash. Does he get another one? Bo goes back in! And Bo says, get the hell out of my jungle!
1-1-3 tried to flash the Sonic Wave, but it just barely pips him. And then Bo able to get away from the auto attack and follow that back through. That was so close to going either way.
That's the mechanical prowess that we want to see from Bo. That's what we were so excited for, because it is those moments, those small little differences that can mean huge advantages for the side of Vitality later on this game.
Jonghoon now on this top side though, Photon incredibly low. They know that Bo had to reset, so they're on a timer. Jonghoon wants to make it happen.
No flash here for Photon. He gets hooked up, taken down. As the counter-strike goes down, Photon just walk himself away. Has Ignite now and his ultimate, but doesn't have the support of his team just yet. Now Bo and Perkz kind of moving up towards this top side. There is a flash on Perkz, but he's not really in a position to try and go in for any kind of big play right now, and Perkz might still think about it right now. Jonghoon, I'm not sure you wanted to go for that. He flashes away, but the Sonic Wave lands, and Bo gets his third kill.
Big mistake there for Jonghoon, trying to find that engage on towards Perkz, but there was never really going to be much of a follow-up. Vitality had already transferred all their members up. Astralis should have been aware of this, and now it leaves them in a bit of an awkward position where they need to try and make a play to Photon, as he's going to be fine. Leader considered making a play on towards a dive in the bot lane, but that's going to go to the wayside as well. And Vitality, much slower pace in this early stages compared to last game where we're getting full
for Leader. Does get a massive amount of shutdown. That was 700 gold, so still a 1-for-1 in that regard. Lots of plates going over to Vitality in this bot side as well, but Vitality's still coming out the better of the trade, you would imagine.
Well, Finn got all those plates in the top side. Is 113 in trouble?
He is in a lot of trouble, but they're going to see a lot of damage coming out from this turret. They're trying to just kite this one out, and Vitality are just gaining. Next challenger, please. They're going to take them all.
Jonghoon throwing the towel. You don't want this one anymore. Vitality are looking very, very strong, but top side, 1,000 gold lead essentially for Finn in that top end, having got all that extra gold. The 1,000 gold is answered though by Upset in the spot side. We said we wanted to see resources going into this area, and that play definitely gave a hell of a lot of those kills and gold into this area. So right now Vitality feeling pretty good, I'll say, about their chances now. With a dragon to their name, they're going to be looking towards this next Rift Carol.
Inside the map to be top. They're going to jump in, flash away. Is Kaiser now getting caught up himself? Gets his quickness stolen away from him. Can he get away? That's the question. Looks like he can for the moment. 113 jumps in, as we can see Photon with the counter-strike. It's a 4-man lock-up. They can continue to CC everybody down, and Bo is just taking everyone out on a silver platter. The Viking cannot last any longer. Your history is done. Triple kill for Bo, and you thought he wouldn't get kills.
I was going to say, I'm glad I didn't put any money on that bet, because my God, Bo on the least sin. He is having a phenomenal series here today. Now looking towards Cobby in the mid lane, we'll just be able to clear it this wave, but Vitality, they get the tower in bot lane, they get the play in top. You're not really losing too much in the mid lane as well for all those anti-punishes. Follows the Sonic Wave then on towards Leader. Really good stuff from Bo, and I mean, one of the reasons we were talking a lot about him joining the LEC, we're finally starting to get to see that carry performance from the Chinese jungler.
Absolutely, like this is what we were excited for. This is what we saw when this guy was kind of announced right now. The quickness comes in, we're going to see Kabe going up into the feathers. The Q lands. He's very powerful, and he goes straight in on top of it. They're going to try and get the kickback. The Q again! It's the Bo show right now, and Vitality are loving it.
Kabe didn't stand a chance. The flash in to get the range, and even Vitality are still pushing him bot side. Where was this Bo?
This is my Bo. This is my Bo right now. This is the Bo that I casted in the LPL, and this is why he was so in my head, was just going to be able to wreck people, because this is what he can do.
Absolute beast. 2 items now, another dragon, control for Vitality, and I mean Astralis, second seed coming into this. Yes, they had the same game score as Vitality, but Vitality, we questioned what they would look like coming in here. Could they finally show up in the brackets down? And every time they try to turn around, more and more Vitality members keep popping up to whack them down.
A little bit of whack-a-mole. We can see there Bo looking for a 1v1 against 113. He's going to be able to get it a little bit. There is a crescent guard. No crescent guard, I should say. Bo, he wants it as much as anybody else. He heard you say he wouldn't get 12 kills. If he gets these 2, he will get it. He's 1v2.
What is happening?
He has his team with him, and they will be kill stealing away from him. Perkz gets himself a double because he used his flash.
And Vitality still have another member on the bot side. Every time they take the fights, you got to look at the other lanes.
Run! You can't be here right now. Flash away, but you've just given the Olaf over. All the gold, all the items, and all the pressure in the world. Vitality are just toying with them right now. They still have Baron for 35 seconds.
Well, they need a wave, and it's about to roll on through. Astralis trying to kill him, but it's gone. Perkz can't catches him.
Yep, they're going for it. Leader going back onto the fountain. They do land a Sonic Wave here. They're going to jump in under Kobe, and they're going to get another kill. He said game 1 was a warm-up. Game 2 was the real deal. And Vitality 2-0 Astralis in the fastest game of groups.
In a statement performance, Vitality lock in top 4. Incredible stuff. And Astralis, what? There was nothing they could do.
No,
this Vitality
was
was
overpowering.
unbelievable, just relentless in making sure they could continue that game forward.
Fun little tidbit that I discovered as I was doing my prep into this. Any game that I have casted of Bo has not lost.
So a little bit deep. I think BDS kited well back off of them. It wasn't like BDS were just cruising from minute 1.
Yeah.
They played a lot of the fights really well.
Would you say that they've been challenged, Kaiser, yesterday and also during the split total because they exceeded expectations? Oh, okay, hold on.
Oh my god, what?
What is this?
An actual carriage.
My
Okay,
lord.
of
Going
course,
old school.
BDS Walkins. No, but fantastic. Incroyable.
I hope they
Incroyable.
keep the wigs on.
I want them to keep the wigs on under the headset. I think it could be amazing. But yeah, guys, I was asking about BDS. Their improvements from winter to spring and how strong they look right now.
I mean, they for sure look really strong. I think especially like their consistency is like what stands out to me because I think a lot of teams in the LEC are like really inconsistent. Like Koi, G2, they have really high highs, really low lows, right? And I think you saw that in the series yesterday. Like Koi, G2, like it was just super coin flippy. But I think like BDS is one of the most consistent teams. Like they have decent macro. Like they have really solid players, right? Who don't like just randomly int it. I think like Adam especially
has his eyes on Adam.
So no E for Adam right now. You can see the standard a little bit further back in the lane. There's the flash away. Flash forward from Shigenda looking for the stun, but underneath the tower, they just don't have the damage, as you say, Betty, to cut through the Demacian Prince. Adam able to survive. Wave not in the best of states for him. Maurang can stay around to make sure that Adam can't step up really to clear out this wave too easily. That's exactly what he's going to do. Second ward, cleared again. He's rich. He's feasting on these wards right now.
Adam is mad. He was like, surely he wouldn't do it again, right? And Maurang's like, watch me do it again.
That's the standard. You can't kill this, mate. Okay.
It reminds me of that SpongeBob meme. You want to watch me run to that rock? Want to watch me do it again? Sheo now making his way into the bot lane. No information there on his presence, but I like this early map presence from Sheo. Wants to provide some safety for the bot lane.
So always the risk here.
They're looking.
Trimby could step forward, Bolt Breaker. Trimby flashes forward to dodge away from the Bolt Breaker.
Early skirmishes going in favor of Trundle. The problem for Koi was that Jigenda was forced out very early. A good flash to create space between him and Adam, but the follow-up, not quite the way they wanted. Larson now committing the ult.
Nuke still has the flash here, though.
Ooh.
Gets a good knockback there onto Trimby. The hook hits Nuke. Could have flashed it. Decided not to. The ignite ticking. Not even needed. Perfect execution from Larson and Trimby.
It was so important for Nuke to dodge that hook. He needed to flash away from it, but he held onto it for too long. And Koi are able to punish. 3-3 now is the kill score. Koi have a small gold advantage, but a Herald was picked up on the backside for BDS. A pretty even early game overall, both teams going toe-to-toe. But have a look back at this. Jigenda had been taking a lot of poke early on in the fight. They see Sheo, who immediately commits onto Jigenda.
As well as Sheo looks to a little bit of trade here. Thresh hold goes down. Larson looking for that E. Labov still has the wild growth. Larson going forward. Cease and desist. The exhaust going down as well. But now Koi have a numbers advantage instead. Crowny dies in. The lightning crash going forward. Crowny's got one. Oh, it's shooting season for Crowny. And Koi have his targets. Absolutely wipes them up as BDS slow play the fight.
Brownie just wipes the floor with Koi. Without any hesitation, he flashes, ulties in, and the rest of BDS follow. We talked about how they use these Drakes to find fights, and that is a beautiful example of how BDS have dominated so much of the competition. They put so much focus, so much priority.
Very isolated Sheo. How long can he survive for? BDS going to try and collapse on towards him. He comes back out with Bolt Breaker. Now Larson and Shigenda down towards the bottom side. The slicing mountain once again. Maurang coming in, but Cup hasn't had the time to auto. Already Nuke has fallen though. And Koi have found a perfect fight in the river. But Crowny's still full HP. He's dodging. He's dipping. He's diving! It's all Crowny! But call him king! Cause he has been crowned with a pentakill!
Crowny pops off as he tears Koi apart once more. It looked like the best case scenario for Koi. It looked like a team fight that could have gotten them back into the game. But Crownie comes up clutch. You can see Shigenda with a great flank, the engage and the commitment onto comp. He has the Lantern, Trimby positioned perfectly. And then this forces Sheo to be completely overcommitted. Larssen can just buy time with the Akali as the rest of
Koi moment played very well by BDS and by Crownie specifically. Baron now, well, it looked like it had been started, but the TP coming out from Shigenda. Koi will realize the Baron hasn't begun. They're going round for comp once again. Season the City tries to flash the Lantern there for him, but he's nuked before he can even get to it. Larssen shut down as well. Unending death here for Koi. Every time they step forward, they are met with the fist of BDS. And BDS a triple for Sheo and Baron in their eyes.
A complete wipe once again for BDS. What is there to do for Koi? They tried to get a miracle steal perhaps. They did a good job finding small windows with which they could punish BDS's play. But after Crownie gets a penta. But again, for those that don't remember, Adam was like 4 levels down the last time he played Sion, and he was like 150 CS down or something ridiculous. They have their eyes on Larssen.
He has to play so safe, realizes there's the flame back. Flash for the wall breaker to knock him back into the miasma, but the hook doesn't hit him because of that. Everything lined up until the hook was just wide. Larssen has time to flash and survive the dive.
I wish I could look back at Lebrov's Q because I wonder if he expected Larssen to get out of the miasma and then flash, and then he was going to flash, or he was going to hook the flash. But in any case, you're quite right. If that hook had connected, that would have been enough for a kill. Nice play from Sheo initially to get behind him, knock him back into the range of the miasma so that Larssen couldn't flash out. Trimby then comes mid to help Larssen catch this wave, and he's going to have to go back to base now. But takes flash over the wall.
Oh,
no.
Decides against it. I mean, it's not easy to do anything there, Sturge, because even if you land the hook, he's got cleanse, and then you're on the wrong side with the trap. We'll have another look at this.
So, you can see here, flash in into flight, doesn't use the hook just yet. Flash in front into the Q, knockback into the flash miasma.
Yeah, he should just be hooking Larssen
there. He really should just be hooking Larssen there. So a bit of a misplay from Lebrov would have resulted in a kill. But yeah, nicely done from Larssen to get out of that situation.
And in the end, it's 3 flashes for 1 for Larssen. Yes, he lost out on a little bit of XP in that mid lane, but because Trimby was able to come across, didn't lose out on too much. First Dragon, though, secured for BDS.
Are you surprised?
No, I am not.
They haven't lost a Dragon in groups yet. They are literally...
Man, this guy is playing whack-a-mole with enemies right now. It's like you pop one down, a couple more pop up. Flash lands a flash in from Trimby, though. Disintegrate gonna land onto 1. A great shockwave back as well. No one's tanking the tower, though. Somehow, Lebrov and Nuke were able to avoid the tower's aggro. And because of that, it's only gonna be a 2-for-1 in favor of BDS.
I think it was Sheo that was actually tanking the tower. So the second that he dropped, it meant that there was no one to attack. No one attacked. BDS getting away with a bit of murder there.
It's actually great because Nuke then couldn't have had poison on the Annie either. Because otherwise the dot will do it. We'll have another look at it,
when we get the replay, we'll be able to break it down properly.
It looked like it was going to be...
So much credit to Trimby there. The response...
Against Crownie and Nuke. Now Shigendo and Larssen are on the wrong side of the rift. But Crownie will let them walk away for now. Nuke trying to get in as well. Shigendo just distracting because he knows his mid lane is trying to get back. The Blade Caller could come back here, looking for the root. Crownie, that's less than 1 HP. He's down to 7. Poison Fang gonna land, but Shigenda able to dodge away from the Noxious Blast. Lebrov is on his way, though, in this cannon. The little lightning rat likely to be squashed. Trying to dodge between these 2 towers. But he dodges it! That was fancy feet. Pikachu able to escape the Pokeball, it seems, as BDS can't collapse around him.
Wow. I hope we get a replay of that from Shigenda, because that was... I've always been hit by the towers there.
I always get hit by them 3 times.
I don't know how he did that, but that was some sick tech. But what a team fight, because that was a fight on 2 fronts. Larssen and Shigenda got the perfect wombo combo, but Nuke on the backside was able to just decimate Koi. A solid engage, difficult follow-up though from the rest of BDS by you know the 2 guys with the guitars that sung about the hippopotamus?
Oh yes, Flights of the Conchords.
Yeah, Flight of the Conchords. It's like, "But you're dead, but it's that song. Yep. I can't remember all the words, I just remember how it goes. Someone.
Oh, the humans are dead.
Humans are dead.
Once again, without emotion, the humans are dead.
See, that's what came to my mind. Adam's now dead.
No one gets that. That's a
Is that showing my age?
Plus
Is that
reference.
me showing my age?
You're the hippopotamus in this situation. I'm just the rhinoceros, you know?
Oh my word.
For the moment,
please someone know Flight of the Conchords. I can't be old.
If you don't, look them up. Because they're like Tenacious D, but
really funny.
Without Jack Black, which is, you know, a little bit
really,
of a loss.
really funny.
But they are very funny, as you say. Spidey senses there. It feels Noxious Blast, though, with the chase. Nuke looking for a little bit more. The Twin bangs the movement speed. Maran goes back in with the Cyclone, but the rest of BDS are collapsing. Nuke is low. Shigenda trying to put the damage down, but the Lantern away. Into the flash forward. They lock him up. They take him out. Larsen's fallen. And perhaps with it, Koi's hopes of winning this game. Rob low, though. One more auto flashes. Face plants into the wall and is sent face down into the dirt by Koi. BDS, though, they have a jungler, and Koi do not, so this will be the Ocean Soul for them.
Exquisite hook from Labrov. The man landed exactly onto the target that he needed to. Larsen had no opportunity to flash. The follow-up chain CC of Vi plus Cassio is just so terrifying to deal with. With Nuke alive and no jungler, well, Maurang is now back up. But will he be able to get close enough?
Pops the stopwatch. LeBron trying to get him to Shigenda as well, but Shigenda's onto the backline. Nuke already down. Maron will follow as well. The slicing mountain, but there's no one there to follow up. Shigenda burst before the rest of Koi can join in. There's a Volt Breaker over the wall. I can see it. Can be flashing in the face of Adam, but it really doesn't matter as Crownie picks up a triple. And Nuke has fallen, but at what cost for Koi?
It looks like it could be the game, Medic. Only 2 members left alive, Larsen and Comp to defend. Comp is trying to clear out the mid wave to mitigate the pressure that's coming down onto the Nexus towers. Larsen is going to heal. The last stand for Koi.
A date with Vitality awaits for BDS. The hook, the knock of the cease and desist, and ceased surviving Koi. BDS on the Nexus towers, sub 30 once again, as in dominant fashion they are looking to secure their spot. Comp still trying to dash away, trying to flash away, trying to do anything, but look at the meat that is in front of him. These meatballs of Adam and Sheo just cannot be stopped. Crownie on the Nexus and BDS in playoffs.
For the first time in the organization's history, they will secure top 4 in LEC Spring. And what an impressive climb it has been. Last split, it was the rise of SK, knocking out Vitality and having an impressive run, going all 5 games to the Mad Lions when it came to the best of 5. But now it's BDS's time to shine. 2-0 into 2-0.